Hello friends and welcome to Tutorials Point. Now that we've studied about verbs, so it is also important that we know how to use them while we are speaking or we are writing or even if we are conveying some message to someone. So let us go ahead and study about the rules which actually govern the usage of verbs in the English language. Okay. So as you already read the topic, right? So these rules are actually called or they are written under the subject verb agreement, right? So whenever you see this topic, subject verb agreement, it is important for you to gauge that they will, like if you're studying about it, they're going to tell you the rules using which you're going to study, you're going to talk about verbs, or you're going to convey verbs however you want to, through written or through spoken English, right? So there are a few rules which actually dictate the usage of verbs. So let us go ahead and study about them. Okay, so the first rule, very general, very basic to kickstart this entire rule book, is that a singular subject always takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. So very simple, very basic to start off. So if you have a singular subject, means for example, she, Bill, car. So these are example. What are they? They are actually singular subjects, right? So if you have a singular subject, you will always use a singular verb with that. So example of singular verb would be is, goes, shines, etc. So just see the sentence here. She goes to the temple daily. So here, she is a singular subject, right? Because it is denoting one person. It's not denoting a plural form of a noun or a pronoun, right? So because of which this verb which we've used here is goes, right? So it is goes. Why we have used goes here is because goes is an example of a singular verb, correct? So if this was a plural subject, we would have used a plural verb here. But right now it is a singular subject here, hence we will use a singular verb. My friends go for shopping every weekend. So here, vice versa, here there was a singular subject, so the verb which we used was singular, but now friends is a plural subject, right? So the verb that we will use here is going to be plural. So go is a plural verb. Clear? So one thing very basic, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Now two singular subjects connected by or, either or neither nor always require a singular verb. Now, if you're getting confused reading this entire rule and you feel it's very complex, it's actually not. Let's just break it down into small pieces and I'll explain you. Okay. So, this rule says that if two singular subjects are connected by either or, neither nor, or, they always take up a singular verb. So, you can actually, relate it to, for example, if you have, let us say, A or B, right? So because A and B both are connected by or, so you just have an option to pick up one of them, right? You don't have an option to pick up both of them. So when you just pick up one of them, the rule doesn't go, it doesn't shift from a singular thing to a plural thing, right? So similarly, because of these connectors like neither nor, either or even or, they do not add up. They do not follow the rule of adding up, right? It won't make 1 plus 1, right? So because of which it's not converting into a plural subject, right? Because of these words, because of these connectors, it's not getting converted into a plural subject. So hence, whenever you have any two singular subjects which are connected by either or, neither nor, or, they'll always take up a singular verb. Clear? Because just keep this thing clear in your mind that whenever there is usage of or, it's not going to add up and get converted into a plural subject. Or will always, if it is a singular subject, the usage of or, either or nor, neither nor, will not convert it into a plural subject. Hence, you will always use a singular verb with it. So, my aunt or my uncle is arriving by train today. So, here aunt or uncle, it didn't add up, right? There was no addition taking place. It was one and one or one. So, you just had to choose between the two of them, and because you had to choose, it didn't add up. It didn't get converted into something plural. It remained singular, right? Okay, neither Ishan nor Krishna is available. So here either of them. So because it is connected by nor, neither nor, again the verb which is going to take up is going to be singular. Here either Kiana or Cassie is helping me today with the stage decorations. The same goes, the rule remains the same, either or, neither nor, or, right? Simple, very easy, clear, registered. Let's go ahead. Okay, so now this was a case wherein the subject which was used with either or, neither nor, or was a singular subject, right? Now what about the case wherein the subjects could be either singular or plural, or both are plural, or how do we go about that? Here we knew that both of them were same, so it was only singular, but here it is different. What if one of the subjects is plural and the other is singular, or vice versa? How are you going to manage that? So in that case, what does the subject verb agreement rule say? It says that the verb in either or, neither nor, or in that case the verb agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it, which means that in case see the example, neither the plates nor the serving bowl goes on that shelf. So here this verb which was used, the verb is used here, right? Now the subject which is closer to the verb is what will govern the rule that you're going to use here. So which means that here this subject that is very close to the verb is bowl, right? And bowl is a singular subject, and because it is a singular subject, so it is going to take over, it is going to govern the rule which you're going to use here, which means it is singular subject and it will always be followed by a singular verb. Now here neither the serving bowl nor the plates go on that shelf. Now here which subject is closer to the verb? Plates is closer to the verb, right? And because it is closer to the verb, hence, and so obviously now that it is closer, it has the power possession, and because it has the power possession, so it is going to dictate the law which we are going to use here. So here plates, which is a plural subject, is going to take up a plural verb, right? So in case you have different singular or plural, you're not aware, in that case whichever is the closer subject to the verb is going to dictate the rule which you're going to use there. Okay, now going ahead, very simple, you studied about 3 rules. I am sure you registered them in your mind, and I'm sure you're crystal clear about them. Let's go ahead and study some more rules. Okay, as a general rule, use a plural verb with 2 or more subjects when they are connected by and. So here comes the difference. Before this we read about or, right? And I told you there is no addition whenever it's or, either or neither nor. There is no addition that is taking place, right? That's what I told you. But here the equation changes, because here we have used and, right? Where is it? Okay, connected by and. So we have used and here, and this and is what is going to change the entire equation here. So here it is something like this, 1 plus 1. So it is going to get converted into something that is plural. Even though both the subjects would be singular, but there is addition that is happening. And because there is addition happening, it is going to get converted into a plural subject. And once it gets converted into a plural subject, you obviously have to, it actually has to take up a plural verb. Clear? So just very simple, just remember and is doing the work of addition, or is actually not even existent. It doesn't affect anything, right? So here car and a bike are my favorite means of transportation. So here obviously car, so one thing plus and, you can replace and with plus, and another thing, so which got converted into a plural subject and henceforth followed by a plural verb. Okay. Sometimes the subject is separated from the verb by words such as along with, as well as, besides, not, etc. in such cases, the verb agrees with the first subject. Okay, so we studied that, we studied about the usage of and, we studied about the usage of either or, neither nor. But what about those subjects which are connected by words like, along with, as well as, besides, not, etc. So what rules do actually dictate their usage of verbs? So in that case, whenever you have connectors like any of these, in that case your verb is going to agree with the first subject that is used. So slight difference, just it just goes flip side. It's easy, don't get confused. I'm sure we are all on the same page. The only difference here is, here it's going to agree with the first subject. Now in case when they were connected by either or, neither nor, or neither nor, in that case they would agree with the subject that was closer to the verb, right? That's what we studied in the previous slide. But here, in case they are connected with connectors like along with, as well as, so in that case the verb is going to agree with the subject that is used first. So here, the politician along with his friends is expected shortly. So here, politician is the first subject, right? And friends is the second subject. So now what does the rule say? And they are connected with along with, right? So now, because it is connected with along with, hence the verb is going to agree with subject 1, which is a singular subject. And because it is a singular subject, it is going to be followed by a singular verb. Now here, excitement as well as nervousness is the cause of her shaking. So here again, both of them are abstract nouns which are used here. So again, which is why we've used is here. Excitement again is it's not, you cannot count it, you cannot convert it into singular or plural thing. So of course in that case also it's going to be is. But what if, so let us just reverse this sentence to give you a better clarity. So what if it was, let us say the subject which is used here was a singular subject and this one was a plural subject. In that case, the verb would have agreed with in every case, just remember, if it is connected with along with, the besides, as well as, in that case, it is going to agree with the subject number 1. Simple, easy. Should we go ahead? I know you're saying yes. Okay, so just a few of them left. Okay, so here, use singular verb with distances, periods of time, sums of money, etc. because you consider them as one unit. So, for example, 3 miles is too far to walk. So here 3 miles, it's actually a distance, right, which we've considered. But while we are talking about it, we are considering it to be a single unit. So because we are considering this entire thing to be a single unit, hence we've used a singular verb here. Now 5 years is the maximum sentence for that offense. So here again 5 years, though it's a period of time, though 5, it sounds like something that is plural, but though it is like that, but we've considered 5 years as a single unit and hence it will be followed by a singular verb. Okay, so last rule, hold your breath tight. We are gonna finish this in no time and you'll be very clear about it. Okay, with collective nouns, so in case, for example, such as group, jury, family, audience population, the verb would be singular or plural depending upon the writer's intent. So here, in case you're talking about collective nouns, right? So in that case, most people do use singular verbs with them, or most even use plural verbs with them, but that completely is contextual, right? So it is completely derived by the context that you're talking about. So here, all of my family has arrived, or even if you've used have arrived, it is correct. Both are correct, but again, it is the writer's discretion as to whatever they want to use. Most of the jury is here or are here, both are correct. It's nothing wrong. A third of the population was not in favor or were not in favor of the bill. So just remember, in case you are talking talking about collective nouns, or collective nouns are a part of your verbatim or written thing, whatever your communication, in that case, the usage of verb will be completely contextually derived, right? So it is completely your own discretion as to how you want to derive the context further, and then accordingly you're going to use the verb. Okay, yes. So finally we are done with all the rules. So I'm sure you're very clear about it. So now let's just practice this so that you are absolutely sure of what you've studied. Okay, man and woman dash complementary to each other. Again, and. So what is and? And is always addition. So if it is and, which means it is plural because there has been an addition. Hence, what is the answer? The man and woman are complementary to each other. The leader as well as his brothers dash to the same tribe. So here, because there's usage of as well as, and what does, if there's a usage of as well as, what does the verb agree with? It always agrees with the first subject, right? So first subject is singular. So what is going to be the answer? The leader as well as his brothers belongs, as well as his brother belong to the same tribe, right? So belong, which is a singular verb. Cats and dogs dash not get along. So cats and dogs do not get along. Again, there's usage of and, hence there is addition. Neither my friends nor my dad dash here for the convocation. So here, what is used? Neither nor is used. So in that case, what does the verb agree with? It always agrees with the subject that is closer to the verb. So here, neither my friends nor my dad, because dad is a singular subject and is closer to the verbs, neither my dad is here for the convocation. Now, neither my uncle nor his friends dash coming for the party tonight. So here it's completely reversed. So what is going to be the answer? Of course, the verb is going to agree with this subject because it is closer to it. Hence, it has the power position, right? So his friends are coming for the party tonight. One of my friends dash going to USA for a workshop. So it's very simple. You can use any rule that you want to, but I'll tell you a very basic thing that you can actually, which would go on the answer here. So one of my friends, so though you're using friends here, but you're talking about one of your friend, which means that it is the entire conversation here is about a singular subject. So because it is about a singular subject, it is going to be followed by a singular verb. So one of my friends is going to USA for a workshop. The class dash working together for the project. So the class is working together, or the class are working together, is of course is more appropriate because it is according to the context the entire class, because you're considering that as a singular unit, and of course class is a collective noun, right? So the class is working together for the project. Neither my friends nor I dash the food. Which subject has the power position here? This subject, right, which is a singular subject. So here, neither my friends nor I liked the food, right? Rupees 50 dash the max I can pay for this product. So here, rupees 50 is the max, because if you remember, we read in a rule that in sums of money, periods of time, or distance, whatever, in that case you always consider it as one unit, and because it is considered as one unit, so the verb is also going to be singular, right? Okay, so here are the answers ready for you for your practice. Whenever you practice, you can refer to them. So friends, this was all about a very, very interesting topic, that is subject-verb agreement. Please do take care of these rules whenever you talk about verbs or whenever you write about them, because I want all those people who are viewing this video to be absolutely perfect in the usage of verbs in their language, right? So we will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.